What's up, guys? My name is Sans World, and we are here with the collab series again. So last time we kind of touched up the leads a bit. I'm still iffy on the leads, but I'm not gonna change them just because I want to keep this thing moving so we can finish it soon. Because a lot of people have been asking about mixing and mastering, which is what I do in this series. So for those of you guys who are requesting them, just keep watching. We'll eventually get to the end where we do a master. If you can't wait for this one, you can check out the master we did for the Progressive House collab series, which you can just search on my YouTube and it'll show up all of them. I believe it was like 10, 12 episodes. Now, one of the things I was just listening to right now before I started this video, the build up to the first drop is there's nothing there, so I need to add something. So I was thinking about just having this bass come in at the mark here. Since we have a 45-second pretty much, intro, which is pretty standard. We can also do a 30-second one. It all depends, but I wanted the last 30 seconds to be, just the build up. Sorry, the last 15 seconds, the build up, which starts here. So that's the strategy. So as you guys note, I have two basses. We have the first one and the second one. Again, the second one is Trillion, which is acting as my sub, and then the top one is just the sound from Silent One Revolution Volume 2. Volume 1, and we just took the low end away from it, so this is going to be our upper layer. So we're going to start with that.
Oh my god, Josh is so hot. Maybe I should help you talk to him. Oh wait, this sounds like my song. Maybe I should put my hands up.
Okay, so that's the drop we had. Now, again, the drop got submitted by you guys through midis, and we chose one in the beginning of the series. So we are missing a pretty much a drum fill here, and what that is pretty much, the snare. Boom. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my own, just so you guys can see the process of making it, which is not that hard. It's just, looping a snare. So we have to first find a snare that we like. I don't know if this track, we used the snare for this track. Let me check real fast. Okay, I guess we didn't, so now I have to find the snare. So we're gonna get a snare. Hopefully it's the audio one, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. So I have a lot of sample packs that I've collected over the years. I think the first one I ever bought was the Sennheiser one for trance, because that's where I started, and I still use it to this date. But Identity has some really good ones as well. Their stuff is really top notch, along with CR2. Those are like the top sample companies I would probably buy stuff from, to be honest, because their stuff is just really, really nice. All right, let's say we're gonna use this snare. We're not gonna be really picky. Again, we are on a time, 15 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna start doing 4 bars. I'm gonna do that just to see how much I have. So again, we want our build up to start at the 30-second mark, because this we want the drop to start at 45 seconds. So as soon as it hits 45, boom, drop, which is the standard. Again, like I stated, a lot of songs are using that that kind of format. So we have the snare here. Now, when you're creating your snare buildup, what you want to kind of do is you want to set, okay, every 4 bars it's going to go up, every 8 bars, and just think of it like this way. Here it took 8 bars to get here where we're gonna where we're gonna double it here, and then for another 4, we're gonna double it again here, and then double it one last time. So this is what it's gonna look like right now. We're gonna have these 8 bars, and then we're gonna have it snigged here. So now we're only gonna have 4 bars of it. And now we're gonna make it smaller. Like about there. And now we're super small. And one last small. And I'm gonna leave this last snare here to go pass. Okay, so this is how I would go in creating my own. I usually don't do this because again, they're made for you already. In samples. Now, the point of samples is obviously, you know, stuff's made for you already, but it does help increase workflow. And again, it's not whether you make your own stuff, because a lot of people have this kind of conception that if you didn't make that preset, then that song isn't yours or it's not going to be as good. And that's just bullshit. You know, the thing with samples is that there are tools to help you out to create your idea. And the cool thing about it is why you're going to spend like, we just spent like what? We spent about 6 or 3-4 minutes to make this snare buildup when I could have just gotten one in you know, in 10 seconds and then kept going. All right, so let's see how it sounds like.
Oh my god, Josh is so hot. I just love to talk to him. Oh wait, he sounds like my song. Maybe I should put my hands up.
Okay, now what I want to do is add like a pitch up to this. So the way I would do it is if I have an audio file, we're going to click the E here till we open up our envelopes. You guys know what envelopes are already, but the way we use them here in Ableton, there's no ADSR to it. Well, there is if you kind of go, oh, here's the ADA. But you know, it's just pretty much straightforward. You go up and that's about it. I wouldn't recommend going over 12 semitones though. As you guys see, there's like a 12 ST there. What the SD stands for is semitones, and just think of it as every time you go up a semitone, it's like you're going up a key. So you're going from G to G sharp to A and so forth. We also want to add sort of like a low pass to it because we don't want to hear that low end kind of you know stuff. I don't really find it that pleasing to the ear, so I'm gonna get rid of the low end like this as it goes up.
Sounds like my song. Maybe I should put my hands up. Oh my god, Josh is so hot. I just love to talk to him. Oh wait, this sounds like my song. Maybe I should put my hands up.
Okay, so there we have that. Now let's see what else we can do. I just heard the first part of the song, so I know the rest is pretty okay. We're missing some shakers though. I did delete some sample packs that I had because I never used them, so it's probably from there. We can always replace them even though I don't think they're needed. Okay, so there we have the snare buildup there that we did. Our lead is pretty much fine in my opinion. Again, it's a bit raunchy. It doesn't sound modern, but it sounds different than what's out there, which is kind of like a good and a bad thing. But the melody is kind of funny and kind of like just fun, so that's the reason why I'm keeping those vocals, even though I said I was gonna remove them. Okay, I see. One thing we need here is effects. So, again, effects are used to kind of help transition from breaks to builds to drops to, chorus to whatever, or whatever you kind of have your format as. So we need to use these built on the drop. We have this. We could probably use a crash if it doesn't have any low end to it.
Put my hands up. Oh my god, he's so cute. Oh my god, he's so cute.
So I'm just adding effects. Every 8 bars usually there's a change, as you guys note. So that's why the effects are going like that every 8 bars. There we go. In music, one of the things too, in order to kind of make everything sound like it belongs together, is to make sure that you're not using, different kinds of effects every fucking time. So you stick to a certain few effects that, throughout the whole song you'll hear them. Because then if you have different fucking effects going off, then you're gonna have like 20. Let's say you choose 20 different risers. Each time it's gonna sound different. Now, I know you're not supposed to make your music sound the same throughout the whole song, but it's not to that extent where you're using like 20 risers. I'm gonna put this snare buildup we made here. We're gonna transfer it over here.
Song. Maybe I should put my hands up. Like my song. Maybe I should put my hands up. Like my song. Maybe I should put my hands up.
Okay, so I just added more effects there in the thing here. Sorry I didn't explain much of that. So yeah, I also passed the snare we made here to here to here, and I'm probably gonna add it before it goes into the outro to kind of help people, guide people there. Other than that, the song's almost done. I'm thinking by next episode we should be able to do a mastering of it and leveling, which is called mixing. So before we leave, because I do have about 30 seconds left, we did do some stem mastering. What that means is saturating stuff, adding like all that good stuff that makes stuff loud. Like if you notice in our leads last episode, we added decapitator, a lot of compression and so forth, and that's considered stem mastering, especially since we're just doing stuff in the bus. We're not altering, we're not putting effects individual tracks, we're bussing it and then we're processing it with saturation and all that. Anyways guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.